Yeah, he forgot to measure the front tube. He was paying too much attention to what he wanted for the actual design. And I guess he got distracted. And then Darlene started freaking out because she's like, he doesn't have the right measurements. I'm like, no. That's why he emailed me to get them. And she's like, well, how do you know how to measure? And I go, because I asked him.
Goddamn man.
Because I asked him. Because I didn't know either. Because the measurements I saw didn't make sense to me either. Till he explained he measured them from the outside. And I'm like, aha! So, yeah. It came in less than I hoped.
Okay.
And even less, like, he came in under what I was really hoping for.
That's nice.
Which is really nice. So yeah,
Are they Latvian windows?
Latvian? No, they're Lux windows. They're made right here in Calgary. So
Lux fucks, man.
And the reason we went with them is because my guy bought theirs because I asked him to. I've heard that Lux make pretty good windows, so I asked my reno guy to do our back window.
I'm impressed that you got your ear to the window scene
with their product. Well, I don't really, but I know what companies are kind of like at the bottom of the pile and which ones are supposedly at the top of the pile. And I'm not really one for...
Your ear's way more on it than I think 99%
of the population?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck is a Lux window?
Fair enough.
Is it made of glass? Put her in, bud.
It's a brand. Yeah. But anyway,
context clues allowed me to figure that out.
I mean, like, I don't like to fuck around where we're going to spend that kind of money. I want to get
you don't buy a piece of shit.
Pretty good. I went to the showroom. I checked out their windows. I'd already had one installed. I was very happy with how it works and how it looks and how they're rated. And yeah.
Wow.
Episode 41.
Yeah.
Of Talkbots.
Talkbots.
The bots that talk. But they don't sound like bots at all.
No.
So your idea was kind of intriguing for a topic. It didn't take me long to warm up to it, that's for sure. But I truly thought you were joking.
I was 100% joking.
Okay.
There was all levity.
At what point did you decide, all right?
When you said, oh, I could talk about this, I was like, okay. The reason why it was full on joke is because you broke the rule right off the bat. We discussed this, and we discussed that you are not going to ask me what we talk about this week anymore. And you agreed.
Okay.
And you broke the rule, so I was like, fine, let's talk about this. And you went with it, and I was like, well, I guess we're having an off night. Okay.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not.
Or maybe this is the one that makes us big. And we can shun everyone we know.
It's not going to make us big.
It is. Wait. You wait. To our 2 listeners, you wait. You will tell all your friends about this. That was gross. What you just did was gross in front of company.
Licking
that was gross.
The thread of the bottle top?
That was really upsetting to me.
But it was dripping. And I wanted to preserve it from dripping down the side of the bottle.
Ooh, that was...
Are you aroused, Adam?
No. No. I don't think I'll get an erection ever again.
Ever again, yeah.
Ever again.
All right. I promise not to do it again.
You liar.
While you're looking. So, what's new in your world?
I don't know. I think I had COVID.
When?
A couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you had COVID specifically?
Because I was decimated by something.
Okay.
And after talking to somebody about it, my Pilates instructor, she's like, bet you it was COVID. And I'm like, well, why would you say that? Of course, everyone says that. We just went through a pandemic.
Okay, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Getting health advice from a fucking Pilates instructor? questionable in the first place, but carry on. So her professional opinion was you
No,
probably...
it was not her professional
Okay.
opinion. It was purely anecdotal.
All right.
As a friend of mine,
Got it.
she suggested, based on her clientele that she has a lot of,
Yep.
have received a lot of cancellations because they have COVID.
Okay, again, circumstantial, but anyway.
I do believe I used the word anecdotal.
Yes.
So,
Describe the symptoms, if you would.
cold, respiratory. It started in my head, made its way to my chest, so I started coughing, and then I was out of breath doing everything, and then I was exhausted doing everything. Walking to my bedroom to the kitchen, I had to sit down. I was gassed. Then it took longer than a cold should.
Right.
And
Fever?
No fever.
Okay.
But the other 2 times I had it, I didn't have a fever. So when I talked to her and she suggested, like, it didn't even cross my mind other than PTSD, and every time you sneeze, you're like, oh, it's fucking probably COVID.
Or lupus.
Yeah, it could be lupus, sarcoidosis.
Don't check WebMD. You'll have lupus every time.
Absolutely. Yeah. When she said it, I was like, oh, fuck. It made me think about the other times that I did have it, and it was almost the same. Yeah.
My 2 COVID experiences were quite different from each other. The first one was not quite H1N1 awful. Aches and it was like a severe flu, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Second time around, which would have been just over a year ago. No, yeah, I think just over a year ago. No, it can't have been. It had to be about 6 months ago because I was worried about whether the booster I just got was too soon, and it wasn't. So it would have been about 6-7 months ago. And aside from the fact that I tested positive for COVID, if you had told me that I had COVID, I would have said, yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was really nothing more than the likes of a mild flu.
Right.
It was annoying because I couldn't go to work until A, the symptoms were gone, and B, I could prove to myself that I didn't have it anymore. But this one kicked the shit out of you, eh?
Just
sort of, kind of?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was beat. I didn't go out for
Wow.
6 days, 7 days.
Wow.
Just tired.
Wow.
Like
did you test?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Just didn't bother.
No, because
Did
it
everybody
was
else get
positive.
sick?
I mean, like yeah, daughter was sick first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
It always is.
Yeah.
That's how the sick gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides that,
Crazy.
yeah, not.
So did you get a lot of reading done during the time, or you just weren't up to anything?
No, I wasn't. No, because every time I'd read, I'd fall asleep.
Right.
And
You
it was
were
just like
exhausted.
my whole. Yeah,
Yeah.
I slept a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like this just be my whole life.
Hmm.
Played a bunch of video games to try and just kill the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Our new ERP project is moving along.
yeah,
I'm scared shitless.
yeah.
I've got enough of an understanding now. I'm actually going to be teaching an introduction to it next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm confident enough that I can do that. But all the different processes, yeah, I'm going to really be leaning extraordinarily heavy on the people who've been running the test cases for the last
You would think so. I
9
don't know
months.
why that would be your responsibility.
Yeah. So,
It would be like training, guest starring
yeah.
the person that wrote this
Yeah.
procedure.
Yeah. So, and in a way, it's kind of good that I'm approaching it from that angle, because the one thing that I feel that I bring to the table is that I pick things up pretty quickly, and I can always try and imagine what would someone who's learning this, that needs to do this for their job, be asking next. What have they not explained that is still unclear? Yeah, but it's nerve-wracking because go live, if you believe it, is the first week of June, and we just finished. Do you know what a conference room pilot is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'm only asking
Oh, I
because
see
I've
what you
never
mean. A
encountered
conference room
one
pilot,
before.
as in.
What it is, where it fits within the timeline of evolving a ERP to adoption.
Not specifically
Okay.
ERP, but anyway.
It's essentially let's go through all the test cases, guys, that are going to be using it, and make sure that everything works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, we'll have to figure out really quick why.
Sure.
And we've done that twice now. We
Yeah.
just finished number 2.
Yeah.
So we are literally, I guess, a month and a half away from go live.
It's not bad. It's impressive that your organization was able to do 3 full runs.
Yeah,
Or
well,
2.
two.
And approaching a third.
Yeah, approaching.
That's
the
impressive.
It
Most
is.
organizations don't test all of them anyway.
Having
have-
said that, though, this division of the company that's adopting the new ERP first
Yeah.
are a small group.
Sure. As it should be, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're the guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
And after having talked to the major stakeholders that were involved with both of the conference room pilots going through all the test cases, when I asked them, so how do you feel about this? They were all very confident that they knew what they were doing. So,
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. And the only thing that really ticks me off about this is that this isn't happening halfway through my career with the company. It's happening at the very end
No, you want that.
of my career with the company.
You want that. Like, the idea of it going well is totally awesome and would be great. But if and when it goes bad,
Yeah,
you want out.
true.
You want
True.
out.
True.
You want to be able to just be like,
Bail.
2 more years.
Right.
2 more years. I'd like,
Well, I've already warned my boss. You know, what I tried to hint to him, and he really didn't quite take the hint, or maybe he did and he was pretending he wasn't taking the hint.
because he wasn't interested.
Because what I tried to tell him was, look, man, I'm close to the point in my career where I'm not going to want to do this anymore. And you might want to think about the kind of person you're going to replace me with, because they're going to need to already know that shit. So maybe you want to think about maybe there being a significant amount of overlap where they're focusing just on the new ERP to start with, till they've got it down, while I take care of all the other things. And then once they've got the new ERP down and I'm ready to wave goodbye, they have enough slack time now that everything is up and running and everybody's been trained to take up all the other things too. And he was like, okay, well, you gave me something to think about. But, you know, he didn't actually say, yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's hard to justify another salary that's not required yet.
True.
Yeah. But still.
But at the same time, you know, how
Oh,
many
yeah.
fucking corporate trainers know Dynamics 365?
But what you do, Carlos, you just offer to be a consultant. After you retire,
Yeah.
you now are a private consultant. And
Right.
your rate is
Oh, it's
astronomical.
triple
Yeah.
what they pay me now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help you.
Yep. This is my fee.
Happy to help you.
And the thing is, I'm in the point of my career arc where I'm not even motivated anymore to be learning another fucking program. All I'm really interested in is dealing with people and people matters, people problems.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Soft skills of every kind, effective listening, cooperation. Yeah. So,
Well, what was the topic for today?
bests.
Bests.
Yeah.
What is bests?
You know, like
Yeah.
best whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
God.
You offered your first suggestion was best sausage.
What is the best sausage?
And
Yeah.
I said, kielbasa. And you said, wrong. And I was like, all right. What is it then?
Oh, God.
If it ain't kielbasa.
This is a hard question for me. Because I really love sausage of all kinds. But when I asked you that question, I was consuming some pretty delicious liver pate.
Oh,
Some liver sausage.
okay. Yeah.
So good.
I don't, when you say sausage, I'm only envisioning tubular structures of food.
This
Pate
is
is a whole different thing in my book.
It's sold in a tube.
It is. So
There's also
pate period or a specific kind of pate is the best sausage?
I don't know if it's the best even. That's why I'm saying that this is
Okay.
hard. I'm just
You were
giving
thinking
you
about
background.
pate.
Like I was eating a delicious bit of pate when that question arose.
What kind?
Oh, I don't know what the fuck
Oh,
it
okay.
is. I don't remember its name.
Because I got into pate growing up in Montreal. They are fucking huge on pate. You'll find it at every party, and in at most people's meals too, or as an appetizer or a snack. They're huge, and their deli section has an amazing selection of pates. Here you can maybe get 2 or 3 different kinds.
Yep.
It's bizarre.
I am particular to a type of sausage called Landjäger. It's a German.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Dark. Yes.
go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very dry. No,
Sunterra sells it.
So many places do. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got it right out in the open, and I have never had it,
It's
but
good.
it looks amazing.
It really is. I grew up on it.
Looks kind of dry.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Is it spicy?
No.
Very,
Not traditionally.
very rich and meaty for a sausage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fat in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delicious.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Mhm.
That's
I'll have
probably
to try
my
it one of
favorite.
these days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try it. I've never had the opportunity.
But then I was thinking, after I asked you that question and I was pondering which ones I thought,
Mm-hmm.
I had to scratch all of it. And I'm like, no, it's not those. And I can't believe I missed this. The best sausage is a hot dog. That's it. Hot dog. Yeah, right? Doesn't that piss you off? It's a fucking hot dog.
And I thought about that. It is actually the first thing that popped into my head. But then I thought, no, don't fucking say hot dog.
Can't be the best.
Because of course, right? But no, you're absolutely right.
The best.
What kind?
Oh, I
Because I have a favorite.
don't like this question anymore. because I can't have
Doesn't
every
matter?
kind. I can't have every kind.
Right.
I'm pigeonholed. So I usually stick with Harvest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because they're the big fuckers.
Yeah.
And,
And they've got a bit of a when you bite into them.
yeah, there's a snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like European style wieners.
Oh, yeah, those are... Yes.
And what got me interested in those, because prior to meeting Darlene, I didn't even know what the fuck they were. There was a hot dog place in Kingston, Ontario called Top Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And they specialized in European style wieners, regular ones and cheese-filled ones.
Mhm.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Oh my God. Because, these were not low quality, high, fucking maple leaf or whatever.
Yeah, nope, they're not.
Pretend hot dogs. These were real fucking good, amazing hot dogs. They had a real snap to them when you bought them. They
Those are the
fried them on the
snappiest.
grill,
Yeah.
and they were just fantastic. And then we moved here, and nobody even makes them here.
I buy them all the fucking time.
No, I mean like
Like
places
at
to
a-
go eat.
Oh, no.
Don't make them.
No. No.
Except maybe that sausage cart downtown maybe make them.
I doubt it.
But I've never worked downtown long enough to give them a try.
I was introduced to the European wieners because my dad is Danish.
Oh.
And when my parents split up,
Yeah.
my mom fed us hot dogs because hot dogs are cheap and kids are easy to make. So we wanted hot dogs. And my dad doesn't like hot dogs. He likes European wieners.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got those, and they're just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. What do you put on your hot dog?
Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and
Mayonnaise?
always,
Wow.
always,
Wow.
always.
Huh.
I won't eat a hot dog bun with a hot dog in it unless there's mayonnaise on it.
Wow.
Won't do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I respect myself too much.
See, I don't, I never went nuts. I can't, this is turning into a fucking, this is just going to be about hot dogs. I've got enough juice to fill the next half hour with just hot dog talk. I'm just telling you.
Juice and hot dog talk. This is the gayest
No, but
podcast
seriously though, before I lose my topic.
Yeah.
The reason why I think Montreal hot dogs are very unique because of the fact that Montrealers either like them one way or another, and it almost always had to do with their visits to the fucking hockey arena. Because the hockey arena sold hot dogs toasted with toasted buns, and these weren't like the kind of buns you can buy in a grocery store. These looked like elongated loaves of bread that had been split down the top
Yep.
and just barely opened enough to fit a hot dog. But they were grilled on both sides before they were served with the hot dog. And the hot dogs were grilled, which is a completely different way of serving hot dogs than what you would find at all the fucking, typical hot dog, hamburger, fry places all around Quebec, who specialized in steamies, which were steamed hot dogs on steamed buns, dressed, if you asked for them all dressed, with mustard, relish, sometimes chopped onions, and then garnished with a shit ton of oil and vinegar coleslaw on top. That was considered an all-dressed hot dog in Quebec. And so you were either a toasty or a steamy fan, or sometimes both, but you usually preferred one over the other.
That's why we need to separate. Fuck those people. Those are ridiculous choices. I hear you.
And
I hear you, man.
there you have it, right?
Yeah.
So
Like
coming from that culture, I'd already made up my mind. Steamies all the way. But then as I noticed that, people typically grilled their hot dogs on a fucking barbecue, I thought, oh, well, okay, maybe not. So whenever I found a place that tried to imitate Quebec steamed all-dressed hot dogs, I'd buy them, like La Belle Patate that used to exist in Canmore and also exists in Vancouver. And everywhere else, I would just get them, grilled. But even if I'm grilling my own hot dog, it's usually mustard. All stop. No
Everything
mayo, no
that
ketchup.
you've said has upset me.
Wow. But it's just a preference.
I'm not actually that upset.
Hey, I find the whole mayo, ketchup, and mustard thing,
Revolting.
yeah, a little.
Oh yeah. No, I get
The mayo part.
dirty
just-
looks for mayo. For mayo, absolutely.
It's
dirty
insane, yeah.
looks. Like you're disgusting.
It's not typical.
You're disgusting. Yeah, well, yeah.
But then,
Turns out the fat guy likes mayonnaise. Like, what do you
But,
want?
like there's parts of the world that like mayo with their French fries.
Yeah, the smart parts. But if you If you cook a hot dog,
Yeah, if you cook a hot dog,
any other way
Then-
other than boiling it,
yeah.
you've done it wrong. Hot dogs are intended to
Okay.
be boiled,
All right.
and that's it.
All right.
You don't grill them.
So no
Try to get
dogs on the
hoity-toity.
barbecue for you.
I do not like them.
Wow.
I do not like them.
Wow.
Yep.
I've learned to love them both ways.
Particular about hot dogs. And if I could go full bore on a hot dog, like have exactly what I want, and I can't anymore because of the buns,
The things, yeah.
I would buy bakery buns from Safeway.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
it'd be
ones they make in store.
Yeah.
Yep.
mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, chopped white onion,
Mm.
and plain potato chips
On the dog.
on the hot dog.
Oh,
in
wow.
the hot dog, not on, in.
In.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I don't do that.
Holy shit. Yeah. That's why we exist. What's the meaning of life, Adam? It's a hot dog.
Hot dogs with chips inside.
Oh my god.
And all the things.
All the things. Basically, any sandwich can have chips in it, and it's better. But
I could never understand that. I just can't relate to that.
the crunch and the salt.
I just can't relate to
Oh my
it.
god. So there you go. That's what sausage is best.
Wow.
Hot dogs. Fuck, I want a hot dog.
Yeah, hot. Yeah. Oh, man. It's funny, too, because Darlene and I go to this German restaurant in Bragg Creek. And one of the items on their appetizer menu, which is, they call it sharing plates now. One of their sharing plates is the sausage trio plate. And it's 3 different kinds of house-made sausages served with 3 different kinds of house-made mustards, one for each of the sausage types. And I think right now the sausage types are elk, I want to say bison, and pork. But like a typical German pork sausage. And oh man, every time I go there and I look at the menu, I keep going, I think I might try the sausage trio, but then I always fall back on the tried and true schnitzel. But I keep eyeing that goddamn sausage trio every time. In truth, I'd want both. But, I'm trying to keep my meals under 2,000 calories these days. Oh my God. It's just we too much food.
It's a lot of food.
It's just too much. Like, I can't even do the double schnitzel one anymore. I just can't. Every time I even think about doing it, Darlene just looks at me and goes, "You're thinking about the 2, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yep." She goes, "Don't do it. Trust me. You'll be satiated with the 1." And I'm like, "Yep, you're right. You're right." But yeah, sausages. I loves them. I loves them. So, oh yeah, you also came up with best wood. That one caught me off guard.
What's the best wood?
Yeah. We don't even have to do that one if you don't
No,
want.
that one's good.
Yeah? Okay.
That's
So
some
what
fun,
is
too.
the best wood, Adam?
Cedar. The smell,
Yeah.
the fire resistance, the rot resistance. Oof.
Yeah. From a practical point of view, you're right.
But the smell? Oh, yeah.
But I truly love the character of a like, how when you decide you're going to put hardwood floors in your house, and
Well,
you get to pick the
I
grade
imagine
of the
that-
wood,
Sure.
and of course,
I know such a decision exists. I've
what
never had to
always
make
blew
it.
well, like when we did our floors in our house, when we decided we were going to go and do hardwood, it really kind of surprised me that we had to pick a grade of wood, and they were like, well, yeah, because you want to decide, do you want your wood to look perfect, which means no character, Or do you want your wood to look,
Rustic.
yeah, rustic, with lots of character and knots and bird's eyes and flaws and dark lines appearing out of nowhere and shit like that? And I'm like, that sounds like art to me. That's what I would want. And they were like, okay, well, that's good to know, because most people would not choose that option. They would choose something closer to the, less of that, more,
Right.
consistency all the way through and perfection. So when they showed me the kind of wood I'd be getting when I chose my maple floors, I was just like, this is fucking great. Because the color of the wood is light enough that there's a huge amount of contrast between the bits and the wood itself. So that's why I would pick maple, not because it's a more practical wood, but because it just looks fucking beautiful.
Aesthetically, you
Oh my
have
God.
experience with it.
It's
Looking really
just beautiful. Like you could just, all the different things that it can contain in it. Yeah, for me it's maple. But I totally get cedar. Because, yeah.
And where mine mostly comes from is being in Victoria in the summer
Yeah.
with the high heat,
Yeah.
walking through a forest.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is perfect.
Yeah,
It smells amazing.
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Or anytime you ever go to someone's house and they have a cedar-lined chest, and they open it up, and it's just like,
I could huff this.
Nelly!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best wood.
Best wood. Come on.
I made a list.
Well, give me your best.
All right. Best ice cream flavor.
Strawberry.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's up there for me, but I gotta go. It's gotta be something with nuts in it for me. So I usually go with either a butter pecan or a maple walnut. Butter
Those-
pecan is probably top for me.
In recent years, I haven't had ice cream. Before I had a kid, I hadn't had ice cream forever.
Right.
And you used to be able to buy strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
You don't anymore. Now it is the butter pecan and
Yeah.
and those are phenomenal. They're
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yes.
But strawberry is still the thing.
Well,
I still destroy a thing of Neapolitan ice cream by eating a
Darlene
third.
bought an ice cream maker
Oh, yeah.
a couple of years ago, and the first kind we ever made was strawberry.
Because you get it. Because it's the best.
Oh yeah, and it's super easy,
Yeah.
and there's nothing to it either.
Cream and
It's
fruit and sugar. Done.
just- That's it. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yay!
All right.
That's a good one.
I know. We're definitely going to have two different answers to this one. Best singer.
Pavarotti.
Okay. For me, it's Annie Lennox.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I have heard her sing so many different ways that in the middle of some songs, she actually started sounding like other singers. Like there's one song, I can't even remember which one it is, but there's a very specific bar in the song where I could have sworn Aretha Franklin guested in the recording of this song. And I researched high and low to prove that I was right. And she didn't go anywhere near that recording studio. But that girl sounded for a full bar like Aretha Franklin, and then went back to sounding like Annie Lennox. But that's the kind of trickery that her voice can pull. She can be a pop diva one second and a soul singer the next, and everything in between. And I can listen to her forever. And I even we both got to see her in concert one time, and unfortunately was to open for Sting. And Sting was boring as hell, and she was just like, she rocked the place. But anyway,
I might
there you
have to
have it.
change mine.
Oh, really?
Well,
Thought of
it's
somebody
just-
else?
Well, yeah, that's such a on the spot when it's tough
Yeah, I
to
know.
just right. And but then there's Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah. I know, right? The thing is, the only thing I can say bad about Whitney Houston is,
Crack.
well, no, not even that. I find her voice is just too similar in all of her songs. Like, she's
Yeah.
Whitney, yeah, no kidding. She's got range, sure,
Yeah.
but she has an unmistakable sound, and she never deviates from that sound. Which
Then
there's
gotta
nothing
be-
wrong with that.
Then there's someone like Kelly Clarkson, who is
Oh yeah, she's all over the map.
she's all over.
Yeah.
She's incredible
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't like this question.
Yeah, okay.
Makes me feel
Moving on.
weird.
Best soup. I know, eh?
Oh fuck.
I haven't even picked anything from this point onwards either, so I'm winging it as we go. Best soup.
I don't.
I know, right?
You're almost an idiot to not pick chicken noodle.
Right.
Right?
I know. Because it has the power.
It made you well.
Yeah.
It relaxes you.
Yeah.
It is nostalgic. It's salty.
Yep.
It's delicious.
It is.
Those noodles slap you in the nose if
Yeah.
you suck them in.
Yep.
Like, mwah.
I know. Well, I think you basically answered your question, and I agree with you 100%. You can't beat chicken noodle soup.
No, I don't think you can.
No. You just can't. You can try. I mean, for what it's worth, I love goulash soup,
Yeah. But
but
it's not.
chicken noodle,
And I would even.
it'll cure
That's the
what
reason
ails you.
why
Every
I
time.
struggle is because I don't even think I would choose chicken noodle soup over other soups. It's just the fact is that chicken noodle soup is the best.
It's a superpower.
You don't eat it all the time. In fact,
No.
you eat it rarely.
Yeah. But when
No.
you do have it,
You're
it's,
like, oh
it's
yeah.
fixing everything.
Yeah.
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 You fucking crush some saltines in that bad
Right?
motherfucker, and
I know.
It's right up. It's right up there with boiled hot dogs and mayonnaise, man. It's like, whoo.
And if the soup is really good, you don't even really need the saltines. I mean, they're still nice to add to, but
Yeah.
you don't actually need them if it's done right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because there's enough mass, there's enough
Ooh.
texture in it.
Chutzpah.
Yeah.
Good one.
But goulash soup comes a close.
I was gonna say pho would be
Yeah, pho's pretty good. Pho's
beef
pretty
saute.
good.
Pho, yeah, it's pretty good.
Pho's pretty good. Yep. Best dog breed.
I met a dog today
Oh yeah.
who is a golden lab Saint Bernard cross. She was
Holy.
gargantuan.
I bet.
And she was a year, and she had to weigh 80 pounds. She was a behemoth of an animal, and I loved every bit of her. But I don't have the experience I have with dogs. I wouldn't pick the ones that I grew up with.
Right.
But my uncle had a dog. His name was Bud,
Oh
and he was a Rottweiler,
yeah.
and he was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the one I would pick. But I don't have a lot of experience. Except for that dog today. She was incredible.
I've never owned a dog except for when I was really young and we had to get rid of the dog because I didn't do a very good job of looking after it because I didn't really care about it.
Right.
But yeah, all my experiences through my entire life with dogs have always been neighbors with dogs, family members with dogs,
Yep.
friends with dogs.
Yep.
Let's have fun with this dog. Because I can, because it's going to be, I get to enjoy the dog and then I get to walk away.
Yep. I'm not cleaning up shit.
I'm not cleaning up anything. I'm not dealing with whining at 3 in the morning. I'm not dealing with the food bills and the vet bills and all the other stuff.
Right. The
I'm
responsibility.
just having, I'm
Yeah.
having fun with other people's dogs. And based on the amount of fun that I've had with the different dogs that I've met in the neighborhood and with friends and family, the ones that make me laugh and smile every time, what do you call it when a dog's not a pup but not quite an adult yet? They're an adolescent.
Mm-hmm.
Adolescent black labs are fucking hilarious.
They're wild.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're just goofs. They're clowns.
They are. They are complete goofs.
Yep.
There's a pair of them that keep coming to the park across the street with their older lady owner. And as soon as they see me, they're like, oh, 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 and they're just like tripping over each other, jumping and wrestling, and then, oh, that's right, we're off to see this guy. Oh, and just, yeah, they're nuts.
They're just oafish.
They
They're
are
so
the
funny.
biggest clowns, like you said.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're-
They bring so much joy.
That's what
because
they were bred to do.
They're just,
they were bred. They were bred to bring humans joy.
They're joy with fur on them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Till they get old, and then now
But they're
just
also, but they're still wonderful as older dogs
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They're still joyful and loving, and they're just the right level of intelligent and stupid, where
Yeah.
they are not annoying and destroying your house
Right,
generally.
right.
But they're not, eating their own shit. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that dog today? Holy cow.
And the ones with the weirdest personalities are fucking huskies. They're insane.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with them. They're beautiful animals.
I do. There used to be a couple that lived up the street from here, and they were like the exact polar opposite from each other. One was very vocal and opinionated, and the other was always like, "What are we doing? We're
Right.
barking at this guy? Oh, okay. Did you want me to join in?" It's like totally chill and just like wondering what the fuck's going on.
My sister's neighbors have two, and they're huge animals.
Yeah.
Huge
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
They got paws like
Oh, I
dinner
know.
plates. They're
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
And they're very sweet animals.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
They're just, whoa. It's a lot.
Yeah. Indeed.
Ooh, I got one.
Oh, okay, go.
Best pizza. Type.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, like
not,
combination.
yeah, not location.
Right.
But what,
See, my go-to throughout my entire life was always Hawaiian. The problem is now I can get sick of Hawaiian. But when I was younger, man, that's what I ordered all the time. But if it didn't exist, I'd have to go with a traditional deluxe pepperoni mushroom green pepper.
huh?
Or
Yeah.
an all dressed.
Well, there's no coleslaw in it.
Yeah, but that's what it was referred to in Quebec.
Oh, yeah.
Pepperoni, mushroom, green pepper was an all dressed pizza.
Fucking
In the
French.
70s. Yeah, I know.
Fucking French.
We're crazy. Everything different, you know?
Yeah, it's
You?
Hawaiian. It's got to be Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted it to not be. Like, but then you try different kinds, and you're like, that pizza's pretty good. And
Yeah,
then you
I know.
have a bite of your wife's Hawaiian pizza, and you're like, oh no, this is perfect.
And
Everything
you know-
about it's perfect.
And what I find hilarious about the fact that I like Hawaiian pizza is because some people think it's an abomination.
oh yes.
It's
Oh.
unreal how emotional they get about it too. It's like, that's not a fucking pizza. Well, actually it is, but whatever. And, as I'm sure you know, invented by a fucking Canadian
Oh yeah. No, that's our fault.
that emigrated here from Greece,
Yep. Fucking Greeks.
moved to Tirana.
Jamie. The weirdest pizza I ever had was in Japan, and it was hot dog. It had hot dog on it, mayonnaise, ketchup. It was wild. It was not good.
You know what?
But I ate it.
You know what food-related trivia always amazed me about Japan? Was the Christmas KFC phenomenon.
Oh yeah, dude.
Isn't that something?
It's neat. It's neat.
So for folks that are listening that have never heard this before, Japan, they're not big on fucking...
Christianity?
No, they're not big on eating whole fucking turkeys because there is no such thing in their stores
Right.
as whole turkeys and things of that nature. And it was actually KFC that convinced Japanese people that this is what Americans ate for Christmas. KFC. And they knew, I guess, just enough about American culture that they bought it hook, line, and sinker. Because they knew they ate something that came from a bird. Little did they know, it wasn't KFC.
Nope.
But KFC sold them on that idea as a festive holiday meal. And holy Jesus, do
Yeah, it's
they
a thing.
ever do it to the hilt?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It is a total thing for which people line up to get that shit
Mm-hmm.
on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I don't remember what day it is.
But yeah,
It probably is Christmas Day because it's not like places are closed because
No.
Christmas is a thing, but it's not a
and
fucking
in Japan,
thing.
nothing closes ever anyway. But yeah, that always blew my
Yeah,
mind.
it's a weird one.
And then every time somebody would go to Japan for a year or more, they'd come back and go, "You should see this thing about KFC at Christmas time." Like, yeah, I already know. It's weird. And then you see pictures. If you look for pictures about it, you see it's like fucking Colonel Sanders dressed in a fucking Santa suit. Or if they've got a Colonel Sanders statue outside their store, because a lot of times they'll dress him up in a Santa suit for Christmas. It's fucking amazing.
That's an amazing country. Fuck.
Japan, I love it. Okay, this will get you thinking. Best job ever.
For anyone or for me?
Take your pick.
Federal booby inspector?
Is that a job that exists? I don't think so. You
know,
didn't say real job.
Yeah. Like, I don't have to be paid.
Okay.
Best job.
Mm-hmm. When I tell you what I think it is, you're going to be like, "Oh, of course." To be able to do this job and still get paid for it would just blow your mind.
What is it?
Video game tester.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, like seriously.
That's pretty good.
Could you imagine? And it's a real fucking job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to twist it a bit.
Okay.
And I would list streamer
Right.
above video game tester.
Okay.
Especially with where the gaming industry is now, because these people are just
Oh yeah.
cattle.
Yeah, yeah.
They're underpaid.
Yep.
They're overworked.
Yeah.
QA always is.
Yeah.
But a streamer who gets paid to play video games
Right.
and entertain
Yeah,
people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely way better because you get way more money.
Oh, yeah. Millions and millions.
Yeah.
Like a successful streamer, not just a streamer.
Yeah.
Because I could stream. No one's watching. As many people would watch me as listen to this podcast. Not many.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. Best scent.
Pussy.
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking gross.
I knew you were going to say that. But seriously, though.
Oh,
No, I'm serious, Carl.
that is serious, man.
What's wrong wrong with you?
I'm not gay at all, man. The underside of a wiener.
The underside of a wiener. How do you know what the underside of a wiener smells like?
I know what heaven smells
Oh
like,
my
man.
God. Are we talking a steamed wiener or a fried wiener?
Hey, man, whatever.
Oh, fuck. Okay, but seriously, best scent. A half second after you open up a full diaper.
Hello. There's just, oh my God, the best.
Mine is an easy answer because it's very conformist. It's probably the scent that's liked by more men than anything.
Okay,
Cinnamon.
that's a nice one.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, 30 seconds after you throw
Up.
minced garlic and onion in a pan.
Oh. Right. Yeah.
Right when the raw smell is tapering and the sugars are cooking,
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, because for me, like, the best taste is caramelized onions. I love the taste of caramelized onions. On everything.
oh yeah,
Everything.
it belongs everywhere.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
that's a good one. But
Yep.
yeah, I know that there's another one floating around in there that I can feel that it's there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one that would just, if I thought of it, which I probably won't, would just be like, yes,
Mhm.
that's it.
Best way to kill time, not involving sex.
Probably video games, because it's pretty, like, killing time is different than doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to eat up life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say probably video games. It's pretty much a vacuum
Yeah.
and just fun.
Yeah. Me too. Although, yeah, and I guess I can't really say that it's my favorite thing to do to kill time, but it depends on what your definition of killing time is. But
Right.
I love to go for a drive.
Yeah, yeah, but like that was in my
But
head
even
too.
like just not
go
to
for a walk, go for
anywhere.
a no,
yeah,
no, just
yeah.
go.
Yeah, just go
So I thought that too, but I don't.
on a loop that ends up back where you started. Yeah.
But there's a purpose to it. You're not like it's not to kill time. It's joy.
No. Yeah, yeah.
Like video games are
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah.
it's not a vacuum
Right.
of time.
Right.
You're not like
Yeah. So video
the
games
phrasing.
is the best.
The phrasing
answer.
of that question is
Period.
important.
Yeah.
You know, to argue semantics to death.
Yeah.
The wording of that.
Yep.
But yeah, going for a drive or going for a walk.
Yeah. Yep.
Having a nap. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. You know what though? Not for me, because I actually, although I enjoy sleeping because of the end result that you get from it, I'm not big on, I consider sleep a waste of time. Like when people tell me, hey, you know, as you get older, you're not going to need to sleep as much. My response to that is, fucking A. The less sleep I need, the more day I've got. And I've, like, even when Darlene said, you know, you're not in the fucking military anymore. Why are you still getting up at 6 in the morning on Saturday? I'm just like, because if I were to sleep until 10, I'd feel like I've lost half my day. So, yeah, it's weird. I consider sleeping a waste of time, not killing time. Although, it is killing time.
Yeah, specifically a nap is killing the
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not sleep. You sleep because if you don't, you'll go crazy and die.
Do you nap?
Oh,
Yeah?
every day.
Yeah, not me.
Every fucking day.
Not me. The only time I ever nap is when I'm just like, under the weather, and I just feel the need to rest. Need,
Right.
not an effort to kill time.
And mine's mostly out of, it's not necessity, it's,
Enjoyment?
yeah, yeah. But it's usually just because, like, I'm hanging out with the kid,
Right.
and if she's watching TV,
Yeah,
she often watches TV in our room,
Right.
on our bed.
Right.
So I'll hang out with her.
Yeah. Next
like-
thing you know.
Not even next. No, it's purposeful. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'll put my earplugs
Right.
in, and I'll be like, "If you need
Oh.
something, you just wake me up."
Okay.
She's like, "Cool." So it's just like available.
Right. Best song by a Canadian.
I'll just go with the first one that popped into my head.
Okay.
Enid by Bare Naked Ladies.
Hmm.
The first thing that came to my head.
Okay. The first one that popped into my head, it's definitely not the best song. Like, people will argue, that's not the best song by a
Right.
Canadian. But there's just something about it that has always just tugged at something in my head and in my heart. And it's a song by an artist out of Toronto named Estero, a female artist. And the name of the song is "Country Living: The World I Know," and it's just got this kind of like rambling, this nice rambling house kind of feel to it, like a jazz house fusion,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really, really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, see how cool Carl is? He talked about a band nobody knows.
Okay, I've had enough of the best stuff.
What? All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. The rest of them are kind of lame.
He's mad.
No.
So you remember when we were talking about instant coffee?
Yes.
Oh God, that's gross stuff, man.
Oh,
I tried.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. The next day.
Oh, wow.
The next day, and it's just no. This ain't for me, man. This
My
ain't for
friend
me.
Bernie is listening to this right now, and he's going, yes!
Yeah, it was gross. It was gritty, and I did the tricks. I did everything. It was just the little bit extra effort. Like, I say that having a coffee machine, like I have one, and
Me
the
too.
extra effort was taking my fat ass downstairs, grabbing it, and coming back upstairs. So significant work. But the amount of work compared to just filling that thing up or doing instant,
Yeah.
like, it's just better.
There is, in fact, only one real good reason why I even gave instant another try. And it has to do with not waking her up in the morning.
Right.
Because every time I put a fucking pod in the Keurig machine, she would be up a half an hour later going, you have to stop waking me up when I'm not ready to get up with that fucking coffee smell. So I was just like, okay, how are we going to do this? And I thought, well, the only way she's not going to smell it is if I have
You're-
full control over the making of...
Your wife is the grumpiest Folgers commercial.
Yep.
Best part of waking up is
is
not making that fucking coffee!
Yeah, so I just as an experiment, I tried making instant coffee, and sure enough, it didn't smell enough to wake her up. So I was like, whew, all right, I guess that's what I'll be making until she gets up. And I was just like, I thought, okay, this isn't so bad. And like I said, it makes me laugh because I know all the coffee connoisseurs out there are just like cringing right now going, how could you? But I can. Because I'm just not that big of
No.
a coffee snob to care either way.
No, and neither am I. It was just like the amount of work to put in was about equal.
Right.
And I don't have the same limitations.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was just like, well, yeah. I
If
still have to
there
boil the
was
fucking
nothing,
water.
if my circumstances were different, I probably wouldn't even have any of it in the house.
Mm.
I just wouldn't. But there you have it. Hot dogs.
Without a doubt. God damn doubt.
Well, that's an episode right there. Thanks for watching.
Watching what?
They're watching the image that's on the screen.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. They're not even listening.
Even listening. I know. They're not even listening.
We're talking to the ether.
The ones
dude.
that are listening are going, I wouldn't tell anybody about this podcast if you paid me to.
You know what my favorite part was? The ERP talk. Ugh.
We're going to get comments now. Actually, I'm waiting to see what the guy at work that I know listens to this podcast is going to say about it.